We are back. Fourth quarter action coming your way on the All-State Hometown High School Football Game of the Week. Local TV for me, Sports Network. As Catholic Central trying to move that ball downfield and come up with another score. That would be a great momentum builder for this program, I think. Heading out to the top of your screen for Catholic Central, Patrick Kavanaugh, where they've got 4 receivers down on the bottom here. Borden rolling, looking, trying to hit Ichi, and he almost got it.
Almost did a circus catch, but I'm not sure if that would have stood because there was some hand playing going down there.
A lot of it.
And real close to shoving off. It didn't matter. Then we got a penalty already here.
Yeah, because Peterson was down there too. So.
Ineligible receiver downfield, so it's coming back.
That's a lesson.
And look at McKenna here on the sideline. That's a teacher and a coach. Always teaching, trying to make him grow, asking him questions. What was your read? Well, I saw this, and he goes, okay, now let me get this right. So, what if we do this? Getting calls from upstairs. What about doing that?
And watch his demeanor. He is teaching. It's not like I'm gonna, bust this guy for not doing good. No, it's just real calm, cool, and collected.
He's a pro, and one of the real good guys you'll meet is Mike McKenna.
I guess.
And been around football a long time, so you don't get too many results from yelling at people when you can talk to them and make them talk their way through it. There's a nice pass.
Ichi's got it. That was a necktie tackle there. It looked like.
66. Andrew Scott coming in there, 190 senior. He's one of the few seniors on this Greenon team, and we counted up 5 seniors, if I did not count that incorrectly. 5 is it. So this team, the Greenon, that hadn't won anything, coming back, and they have a quarterback, Cade Rice, who's a sophomore, and look over here that Jaden Borden will be. Last time he'll have to play Greenon as a senior.
That's like with Greenon, when you take a look at their roster, a lot of sophomores and freshmen on that roster. Like you had mentioned, the quarterback's a sophomore. The kicker is a sophomore. Borden with the football, trying to find an opening. He skirts right through it. Boy, nice run by Jaden Borden.
And smothered by 62, Ashton Simison.
He gets it inside the 35. Let's call it the 33 is where the one official is marking it.
It'd be really nice to see them get another score here on homecoming and have a 54-21 score against a team that's put up almost 1,300 yards in the air.
Yes.
Heck, that's a pretty good moral victory here at home.
All right, as they break the huddle. Now Ichi's going. He'll be on the top of your screen.
My guy's in the slot, that being Ashton Young.
Now, he's made a nice catch today. Yeah. He's played a good ball game.
Fake it to him.
They're good. Nice opening.
Watch for the pitch.
Yeah, he had Ashton Young, but I think he got down to the point where there were too many Greenon Knights around him.
Like you said, you need him out in front. Now, this is something that I've seen so far somewhat this year, is that that quarterback goes out on the pass pattern, and there's somebody, your halfback or a wide receiver, throws the ball. We saw that with Shawnee. And and that's something that Catholic Central in the future might think about, having a couple of players that you can interchange with that.
Set up. Borden calls sickness. Looked over to his left. Now back to the right. Ashton.
What a move.
Nice move. Nice spin move again. And another nice move. And he was spinning going down to the ground as well.
Yeah, I think he's played one of his best games. Haven't seen him play a whole lot, but Ashton Young doing a great job tonight.
Well, that was a magnificent play right there.
He knows what that score is, but that doesn't matter to this Catholic Central team.
Yeah, could you tell he was on the losing end?
No. Look at the body language. No. Yeah. That spinning move.
4 receivers on the top, ball at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10.
Slam. Got it.
Had his man over the middle. Kavanaugh, who just could not hold on to the football.
And it's okay. He knows he dropped it. He doesn't need to have help with that.
And don't forget, we'll be coming up with our Player of the Game award winner. And that by, of course, Jim Twiggs. Catholic Central breaks breaks the huddle. Borton gets that snap, looking over to the left, got a man over the middle, and that was like a couple of trucks hitting each other down there, as it looked like the ball was going to be caught and then was just knocked away immediately. So that is going to bring up a third down and 10 yards to go for that first down. And again, that was another fine pass being thrown by Jaden Borton. He's got the play from the sideline. I think most of the players probably know what it is anyway, just by the body language. Off the top of the screen is Ichi. In that slot is Gary's favorite receiver, Ashton Young. Rolling to the left, looking. Borton's got to get rid of it and throws it. Is it caught?
I think he caught that. Boy, I thought
was that Ichi that caught that down there?
That was a beautiful catch. I thought it was maybe trapped, but there's no doubt with that.
See, I thought it was just overthrown for Ashton Young.
And Borton's going, I think you're exactly right, and I think that's what he's saying it was intended for.
Yes.
But he didn't go up and get it, so that was now we got what?
First and goal from the 2.
Yeah, and they could get in here and get in the end zone on a homecoming and help Lindsey Joseph, the queen, celebrate.
Yes.
So
they have
see.
played. They've really
Borton,
played a pretty
Borton
good ball.
keeps this. Let's see, slot.
Nope,
outside.
throws it out into the flat.
There he goes,
Rowe.
Rowe.
Got it, the little scat back, takes it in for the touchdown. Cameron Rowe.
How great is that? For number 11, the freshman, folks. And that's the 11th score of this game. And he's not a little guy. He's a team player for Catholic Central right there.
Yeah. I loved it. Boy, he got that football and just said, don't fail me now, Pete.
No,
So there I went.
he was basically catch me if you can.
Yes.
And he did a really good, nice job running around that end there with 3:38 left to go in the game.
Here comes the 2-point conversion try. Could make it 22 points on the board. Keeping the football. He had one player to beat and just could not outfake Dylan Lee, 5'10", 165-pound defensive lineman. So with 3:38 remaining,
(54-20).
They have. I'm just sitting here thinking they have really impressed me the way that they have played and continue to play. And we're talking about Catholic Central.
Yeah, 20 points on the scoreboard when they've had some hurt players, and it doesn't matter. It's play with what you got and play hard, and
that's what they've done.
We saw them play Shawnee and beat Shawnee easily when Shawnee was supposed to walk all over them years ago.
And that's when Shawnee went and lost the semifinals to the state, and their only loss other than that one was to these guys.
Was the Catholic Central.
Yeah. And that's when we stood there and we go, 170-pound lineman? That'll never work. Well, it did.
Well, it was 146-pound lineman.
You're right.
It was
You're right.
Michael Sheehan was one of the tackles there.
That's right.
And then we were talking to some people here at Catholic Central in one of the tournament games we did here at Catholic Central. Pat Sheehan, his brother, kicked a field goal pretty much, I think, about a 43-yarder to win that game. So this field has a lot of history on it and a lot of wins. A lot of coaching history on this too, and a lot of people will say, well, they used to run up the score too, and it doesn't matter. They played football to the end and to the whistle, and they didn't do it to purposely run up the score. And that's one thing I appreciate with Greenon. They're playing some other young players, given that they're a young team. Just think how much better they're going to be with players getting experience.
Oh, there's a nice kick, and it's bobbled, but finally picked up. Heading to the far side of the field is Downing. Downing gets it to the midfield stripe, then it's going to be shoved out of bounds as he crosses midfield at about the 48-yard line. So that is where Greenon will put the ball in play. 1st and 10, clock rolling. We're down to about 3 minutes remaining here in this football game. 54-20, and homecoming. Although Catholic Central is losing, I'd say they had a pretty good homecoming right now.
Yeah, I'd say so too, and a good showing with the crowd. Mm-hmm. There have been times when we haven't seen, even with other teams that not a whole lot of people show up. But One of the things you got to remember with this type of a crowd at Catholic Central, the dads seem to show up about the fences.
Yes.
They're not really in the stand because they can't sit still. And that tradition hasn't changed here at Halloween Field.
Number 44 was over on Catholic Central side, facing the other direction.
A tad confused?
I think. He looks like he's still not quite sure where he's going. Going to hand it off over to the right side.
Now, would that be too many players on the?
Throw the flag against Catholic Central.
Too many players on the field.
Oh, carrying the football, giving it a tote was Logan Holbert, as he'll pick up. Let's see where they mark it. Not much, because he was met right at the line of scrimmage. And maybe we'll give him a yard, so bring it second down and 9 yards to go for the first down. Clock rolls. We're down to the 2-minute mark here in this football game from Halloween Field right here in Springfield. Splitting way out down to the bottom of the screen is Peterson.
Doing a class job, just kind of
Josh Wooten.
not running up the clock. Number 35 shooting through there.
And picking up a few yards at this time was Logan Holbert as he crosses the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. Is what
he's built like a linebacker. That's what he usually plays, a 175-pounder. And
Evan Davis in there at quarterback. 5'8", 145 pounds.
Yeah, look, scooting over here too is Arlie Benson's not very big. He's 5'6".
Yes.
135-pounder. So he's about the same size as Cameron Rowe.
They're still waiting for that snap. Third down. Davis going to throw it. Got a man wide open. And this will go for the score.
What a beautiful pass as the quarterback's dumped.
Did you see him? He had people just going down on him. He threw a perfect pass.
That was just a beautiful.
Yeah, Peterson caught it, number 17. And that is going to go from that's a 43-yard pass and run for the touchdown. And I'm trying to figure out, now he hasn't missed.
Now don't jinx him now.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, don't do that to this poor kid.
He's got 7 for 7 in field goals. He just matched his high for the year, 43-yarder.
He's been playing defense too, is that Talon Peterson.
Yes, he has. Good defense, and the ball's up. It is good. That's about 3,000 in a row for the extra point. He hasn't missed one all year. He came in 21 of 21, and I think you can add about 10 to that, or close to it.
Oh, he's
8 of them.
This kid's going to be getting some looks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
From some colleges around, because there's nothing more important than to have that in your hip pocket.
And he's a sophomore, so he's just going to get
bigger and stronger.
Better, yes.
And hopefully he really learns how to do those stretches so there's no hamstring issues, because that's you don't have to worry about a whole lot of other things except staying very nimble.
And after his sophomore year, from what I understand, is they're going to ship him off to Cleveland.
Yeah. He's not going to finish his junior year because he'll be making like $9 million.
Just kicking him through the uprights.
You watch, that'll be the next thing. The field goal kicker from high school that doesn't finish.
And then they go. Can you see
that? I'm going to overlook my senior year and go on to play pros.
And if you
LeBron just basically did that,
in
basketball.
I mean, you make $8 or $9 million. What's 1 and 1? 6. Doesn't make any difference.
And you got to remember those college courses weren't that hard either.
Well, that's like they said. Jerry Lucas was way back when, in my day, great basketball player for Ohio State, and always had honors. But when he played basketball during the season, he basically took a basket weaving course. But everything else after that was just the good stuff. Very smart man. 56
seconds left to go. Good showing by Catholic Central on homecoming, and crowd hasn't left, folks.
No,
they're still here, and it's a big night, and it's a Friday night, and it's football here in Springfield, Ohio.
Catching that one and heading to the near sidelines.
Rowe.
Cameron Rowe found a little bit of an opening.
Rowe.
There he goes.
Rowe go.
They're cheering for him as he is tough to bring down.
Well, that's a freshman, folks, and there's no quitting there. He could have gone down a couple times, and he didn't, and it's taken us right down to probably the last play of the game here, Lee.
We may not even get another play in, as he brought the ball all the way back out to the 38-yard line. Now it is down to 17 seconds remaining in this football game. Come on, one more big play, guys.
A Hail Mary here, and here it goes. Let it rip.
He's got an arm, except it's going to be intercepted, I think, and it is. Coming down with football is McCracken.
Yep.
And he'll go straight down to the
turf.
turf.
That's the game.
And we're done. We'll put this game to bed as the final score, 61 for Greenon and 20 for the Catholic Central Fighting Irish. Postgame report going to be coming up, and the Player of the Game award. All after this from Haldane Stadium, and it's been a great ball game with Catholic Central and the Greenon Knights on local TV for me, Sports Network.